Have you ever wondered if the soul is something we are born with, or if it's shaped through our life experiences? This timeless question blends faith, science, and philosophy, touching the very core of human identity. Join us as we explore powerful perspectives that may change how you see yourself and the mystery of existence. Welcome to Curious Axis. Today, we dive into one of humanity's most timeless and fascinating questions. Are we born with a soul, or do we grow one through life's journey? Together, we'll explore religious wisdom, scientific insights, and cultural perspectives to uncover the mystery of the soul. If you find this video thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Curious Axis for more inspiring discussions that expand your understanding of life and existence. The question of whether we are born with a soul or whether it develops as we grow has fascinated humanity for centuries. Across cultures and eras, this mystery has inspired deep reflection, spiritual teachings, and philosophical debates. In the American context, this question is especially powerful because the society is shaped by a mix of religious traditions, scientific inquiry, and individual freedom of thought. Some believe that the soul is an eternal gift, present from the very first breath of life. Others suggest that what we call a soul is not something we are automatically given, but rather something that forms as we experience love, pain, growth, and self-discovery. This discussion is not only spiritual, but also personal. For many, it touches the core of identity, purpose, and meaning in life. Are we simply physical beings who develop a sense of self through our journey? Or are we spiritual beings having a human experience? By exploring different perspectives, religious, scientific, and cultural, we can better understand how Americans today interpret this timeless question. In the end, the mystery of the soul may not be about finding one answer, but about the search itself, which shapes our humanity. For centuries, religions have shaped the way people understand the soul. In the United States, a nation influenced strongly by Christianity, the belief that humans are born with a soul is deeply rooted. According to Christian teachings, every person is created in the image of God and given a soul. At the moment of conception or birth, this soul is considered eternal, destined for either salvation or separation from God, depending on one's faith and actions. Similarly, Judaism speaks of the soul as a divine spark, while Islam teaches that the soul is breathed into a person by God before birth, making it sacred from the very beginning. These religious perspectives give life a sense of purpose and moral direction. For believers, the idea that a soul is present at birth makes every human life valuable and unique. It also explains why topics such as abortion, death, and the afterlife are deeply tied to discussions about the soul in American society. While interpretations vary among denominations and faiths, the shared conviction is that the soul is not something earned or developed over time, but an immediate gift from the Creator and unseen essence that defines our humanity from the start. From a scientific perspective, the idea of a soul is often reframed as a question about consciousness and self-awareness. Neuroscientists and psychologists argue that what many call the soul may actually be the mind's ability to perceive, reflect, and grow. In this view, we are not born with a fully formed sense of self. Instead, consciousness develops gradually as the brain matures and interacts with the environment. For example, infants show basic awareness, but their identity, moral understanding, and emotional depth expand with age, experience, and social connections. Some scientists suggest that aspects of consciousness are inherited through genetics, while others emphasize learning and cultural influence. Studies in developmental psychology reveal that children acquire empathy, moral reasoning, and abstract thinking over time, qualities often associated with having a soul. This leads to the conclusion that what we perceive as the soul may not be something fixed at birth, but rather a product of biological evolution and human growth. In American society, where science and religion often intersect, this perspective sparks ongoing debate. Can consciousness be explained solely by neurons and brain chemistry, or is there something immaterial within us? For science, the search continues, leaving room for both skepticism and wonder. Philosophers have long viewed the soul not as a fixed possession, but as a dynamic process. In this perspective, the soul is less about what we are born with and more about what we become through experience. Ancient thinkers like Plato believed the soul was eternal and pre-existed the body, while Aristotle described it as the essence that gives life meaning. Modern philosophers, however, often speak of the soul in terms of growth, personal transformation, and the pursuit of wisdom. In the American context, where individualism and self-discovery are highly valued, this idea resonates deeply. Many people see the soul as something that unfolds gradually, shaped by choices, relationships, and the search for purpose. Experiences of love, loss, failure, and triumph all contribute to what might be called the growth of the soul. It is through challenges and reflection that one becomes fully human. Philosophy invites us to think of the soul not as an object we either have or lack, but as a journey of becoming. This approach allows for diversity of thought, embracing both spiritual and secular interpretations while encouraging people to see life as an opportunity for continual growth and self-realization. In modern American culture, the idea of the soul is often connected to identity, personal freedom, and growth. Unlike traditional religious views that describe the soul as fixed from birth, many Americans today see it as something that evolves with experience. Popular culture, self-help movements, and even therapy emphasize the journey of finding yourself, which is often described as discovering or growing the soul. Music, literature, and film frequently use the word soul to represent authenticity, passion, and emotional depth rather than a strictly religious essence. This cultural perspective is also shaped by diversity. America's mix of backgrounds and beliefs allows people to interpret the soul in many ways: spiritual for some, psychological for others. For example, meditation, yoga, and mindfulness practices, once considered foreign, are now mainstream methods of soul growth for many Americans. Similarly, social justice movements often speak of the soul of the nation, linking the concept to collective identity and moral responsibility. In this way, the soul becomes more than a personal mystery. It is tied to cultural values of freedom, individuality, and progress. For modern Americans, the soul is not just something we are born with. It is something we continually shape as we define who we are. The question of whether we are born with a soul or whether we grow one remains one of humanity's greatest mysteries. Religion offers us the certainty of divine creation. Science invites us to explore consciousness through reason and evidence, while philosophy and culture encourage us to see the soul as a journey of growth and self-discovery. Perhaps the truth lies not in one single answer, but in the dialogue itself. This question continues to unite and divide, to inspire faith and curiosity, and to remind us of the depth of human existence. In the end, what matters most may not be proving when or how the soul exists, but how we live with the belief in it. The soul, whether given at birth or formed through life, shapes our values, our choices, and our understanding of what it means to be human. It challenges us to live with integrity, compassion, and purpose. Thank you for watching this video and exploring this profound topic with us. If you found it meaningful, please don't forget to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel Curious Access for more insightful discussions. Your support keeps this journey alive.